Alright, so now we're back. Hello, welcome to another stream. Not sure what it was. But what can you do? I hope everyone is doing great. Yeah. Let's start. Yesterday, as I said, I was invited for barbecue and then I was kind of done at the evening, to be honest. But we're back. Let me quickly, I forgot to open a second monitor stuff, but should be fairly easy to get everything up and running there. That looks good. Alright, so the thing is, we have a volume component which we probably want to get rid of. Why is that here? What the hell? Release. So we have the list of stuff that we wanted to add, right? And we will probably add that. We might be keeping the volume component. Just for the fact that maybe we want to be able to add volumes in other places as well. I'm not quite sure. I will not kick it out right away, I would say. I would want to see how is my... That's not what I wanted, god damn it. How is my project structured? So that one inherits game core and entity. Okay. Well, then I guess we do it here, I guess. So we go to volume component. And well, we can open that one. Oh, okay, we have it already. And then let's do volume. God damn it, what did I do? I fat fingered today. Volume terrain component. Maybe with an E, like it should be. And then let's go to the H and add that one as well. Volume terrain component.h. Alright, and then let's keep it at that. Let's go up and up and up and to, no, not this one, sorry, this one. Component. Here. Volume terrain component. And we probably want to have one in editor as well. If I am not quite mistaken. Which will probably be in private. Yeah. Alright, maybe we do change music. I don't know. That is a little bit slow. Let's see if we can find something more. More engaging. A little bit more engaging. Let's use that. What? What have I done? Can you do it? Okay. Does it anyways? Why did it fail before that? Cool. Not sure how long I will stream today. It really depends how my allergies are. Let's see. That was the wrong source. Didn't want to disable my primary monitor source. Just wanted to re-enable my microphone. Fat fingering extreme today. Alright. So we should have a volume terrain component now. Where I'm not quite sure what we need. We will remove most of the stuff. We might want a volume chunk, but I'm not even sure about that per se. And then we have volume terrain component here. That one is fine. Let's get rid of that for now. Let's get rid of that. All of those go away. Then we have those. I'm not quite sure I will remove all of that crap. Oh, where the serialized, deserialized we need. Not sure if we need the entity registry. Let's keep all of that away for now. Because as I said, don't really know if I need that. But never mind, we need this one. Now we get rid of that. Perfect. Perfect. Volume terrain. Out volume terrain. And then volume, terrain editor. Can we get rid of most of that stuff? Alright. So the thing is pretty simple. We probably want a couple of settings here. Probably Onyx. Do we take a U32 or I would say probably. Does that make sense? Resolution? Let me think. That is basically the cell size, right? Is it the cell size or is it more than that? We currently have the shader, right? Which is 8. And then we have a cell size of half. So that's 4. Yeah, exactly. Let me think. How can I make that the most understandable for a user? Maybe we do actually have it as like that. Yeah, maybe. Or do we do an enum out of that? Maybe we do an enum out of that. Enum class, volume, resolution. We might move it. And then let's do 8x8. Does that work? No. Oh, that's unfortunate, see. That would be nice, but it doesn't support an int at the start. Yeah, something like that would be nice, right? But it doesn't work. My eyes are hurting now already. God damn it. I mean, maybe we just make it in the component itself. The raw property, well, or property grid, sorry, property grid. The raw scalar property. But maybe we can do more than that? But does it even make sense what I'm doing here? Because if I set it to 8 times 8, right? Oh, I mean, and then it's 1, right? Is it then 1? Oh no, it's way higher than that, right? I mean, yeah, that can work. Chunk size. Size per volume chunk. Resolution per chunk. If the chunk size is 32 x 32 and the resolution is 1, well, it is. Do we do it 1? I mean, maybe it's 1. We go lower then though. The question is, does that make sense, or does it make more sense that we divide it as well into sizes, right? Does that make sense? I mean, maybe. basically. If the resolution is set to 16x 16, each voxel is 2x2. Resolution 64, 64, each voxel something like that. I think that makes the most sense. My eyes. Why are they suddenly starting? It was fine before I started streaming. I'm not sure if that is the most reasonable, but let's do that. And then maybe we do draw property. Draw scalar property. Maybe we add like a filter or something like that. So that one would be the chunk size. Chunk size, and then probably I would want to have here scalar flag power of 2. Scalar input flag power of 2. Resolution. Resolution. Can I do... Maybe I can do a group, right? Probably UI property. I never tried that, to be honest, in this case. Property grid. Yeah, like that. Begin property group chunk. Then can I do end group? I'm not quite sure what that does, but we will find out. Alright, so then I want to add those. Scalar input flags. Enum class scalar input flags. None. It's like that. Oh no, no. What did I do? Like that. This moves. Oh fuck, my eyes. Oh my god. Maybe I need to take my DI drops. Oh, they are burning. Okay. So the question is, can I do something there? Probably not. I don't think that I can do something here. But I guess what we can do... Step. Yeah, I'm not sure. Probably we can't. But what about if we have a... if flags... Then I mean it is that. Let's do an else if for now. We might need to do a switch eventually. Let's do that. Although, do we maybe do a drop down then? Let's see, maybe I find a nice thing that can be done with ImGUI. ImGUI power of 2 input. Oh, what is that? Huh. Drag. Maybe we do that. Drag scalar. One, zero, zero. Null pointer. Slider flags logarithmic maybe. Let's see what that does. Speed. Alright. Let's see. So we have that in volume. System. Nope, that one. That one. Volume terrain. Component. I mean, that definitely is not enough yet, but let's see. Scalar input flag. Why is it actually flags? Ah, whatever. No, actually I don't like that. For now they are not combinable, but maybe they are in the future, I don't know. What? Is that used somewhere? Oh yeah, in Imgui demo. Oh, shit. Speed. Isn't it drag scaler? Huh? Am I stupid? Or was it slider int or drag int? Maybe I want slider int? Slider scalar? Okay, yeah, because I took the wrong one. Because the other one was what? Imgui, drag, scalar. Oh, but it has the scalar flags as well. I am confused. Okay. Huh? What? What is your problem? Okay, they are required, okay. Max, I don't know, let's say 128 for now, I don't know. It's really not that smart to do, but what can you do? And format, but the format is not needed, right? Okay. I'm so sorry that, but yeah, my eyes are kinda killing me. Huh? What? Does that work? What did I just do? What did I press? Whatever. Why is that not working? From where even? Oh, because the S8 doesn't fit that, because it's 127. Off, really. No, that doesn't really work how I would want it. Value is 3. That's not a logarithmic. Huh? Where is that used? Why is it not working how it should? Like, maybe I should have read that, but I don't know. Is that not how it's done? Maybe it's not what I wanted. Let me have the Imgui demo. Okay. There was an online Imgui, right? Somewhere. Yeah. Then the question is, where is it? Maybe in input? No. Widgets, maybe. Data types? Okay. Okay, maybe the logarithmic doesn't do what I wanted it to do. Maybe that didn't work how I would want it to work. Unfortunate. So I guess what we could do... I mean, for now we can skip it, whatever. To add power of 2 restriction. We will add that. The Imgui one, again, it's a bit unfortunate that we didn't do that already. But yeah, let's do actually default values for that one, because it's 32. That is 32, basically. I could do more by default, but let's leave it at that for now. Yeah. And then we have a bool. Which basically... Do we have a bool here? Or maybe we do a vector 2s. $32? Or s16? Well, actually 3 is... I think 16 is enough. Because if we do that in like steps, right, then... That's 32 by 32, and then with 16... Yeah, we have like more than enough space. Or grid dimensions, or like just dimensions. the dimensions of the terrain. In each axis. If e.g. x is set to 10, the grid ranges to, if x is set to 10 and chunk size is 32, the grid ranges to 32,000 meters, or ranges from, like, actually ranges from 16,000 to 16,000. Right. So you can, if a dimension that -1, there is the dimension limits of terrain in each axis. The grid ranges max from -16,000 to 16,000 if e.g. x is set to -1. It can infinitely scale on the x-axis. And you cannot really type, or I cannot type, so we have to correct that. Alright, so let's go back there. And actually draw vector 3 property. Can I actually do another one here? Where, yeah, here we do draw vector 3 property, property name vector. Const string view tooltip. Vector 3 input. Can I do then? I am GUI begin item tooltip. If tooltip is empty equals false. Let's see if that actually works. I would want to have a tooltip for this. Yeah. What the hell? Oh, I hate it so much. Render graph. Node editor. Maybe we do that last. Or we do it first, actually, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we do it here. Before Imgui start, probably. Yeah. God damn it. I think I want to do that actually. No, I think about it earlier, this define. Maybe we add it to the CMake. Oh well, we didn't add the tooltip, so that can't work. Volume, terrain component, editor. My test tooltip. Does that work? Oh yeah, that works. Nice. Maybe we... Do I want to have it like that? We might actually want to have it a little bit different, where we do it like that. Because that will be on the horizontal group, so I think it's on the name itself as well. Actually, it's only on the name. That might be actually not so bad. Can we add... Maybe add a question mark or I. Maybe we have an I. Wait, actually, widgets. Draw info icon. So actually, if we have a tooltip, let's do that. Let's add an info icon here. Get the raw list. I'm back to 0, probably. Radius, let's do 16. Color, I don't know yet. Find usages. Nah, that can't be the only one, right? Oh, maybe it is. That one is used, right? And then the rest comes back again. God damn it. Yes, something like that. So if that. Something along those lines, maybe. Let's see. Okay. We need to actually add it to the name, probably. But I mean, yeah, that's good. Ish. We need to make it way smaller. Yeah. That looks good. It's probably something like, can I get the text size? I'm GUI, get style, or text line height. Probably. Probably without the spacing, right? Oh, okay. Is with spacing the... Get frame height. Is that not... Don't I need to subtract stuff here? Don't I need to subtract stuff here from the line height? Like minus I'm GUI, get style, frame, padding? Dot X? Or dot Y actually? Or item spacing maybe? Not quite sure which one is better. I mean, that is fine, but probably we want to make it then like half of that. Maybe then I don't even need that. I don't know. Something like that should be fine. Okay, maybe that's too small. But I mean, yeah, that was a bit too big, I would say. Maybe 1.5, I don't know. It's really... debatable how much I want to actually shrink that. I mean, maybe actually... hold on, maybe it's fine if I just do that. Without the frame padding stuff. Maybe. Oh god. Oh, that doesn't actually work anyways. Oh yeah, that looks good. Oh man, the offset is maybe 0.5, 0.5. I'm not sure if that's local space or... that's probably not good enough. I think that will actually do absolutely nothing, yeah. It's anyways not on the correct position, but yeah. Move to name. Move into name group. But yeah, the property itself, the tooltip works. So basically I would want to have something like that as the property. The question is, can I do that? Const express string view dimensions tooltip. Does it support stuff like that? Oh, well, we need to set it as well, god damn it. Does that work? Oh yeah, that works. Oh, that's pretty nice. Okay, cool. That's very nice. Alright, so we have that, we have the dimensions, we have the chunk size, we have the resolution. Where is my to-do? Hello. I'm fine, my allergies are killing me a little bit, so my eyes are burning, so don't wonder if I'm closing them from time to time and stuff like that. Hay fever is killing my eyes. But besides that, all is good. How about you? Yeah, the grass like is growing, and there is a lot of pollen. Is it pollen? In English, I think it is. Outside, and they are trying to kill me. So yeah. It's mostly grass, and it should be for another 1 or 2 weeks or something like that. I have like taken my medicine already, but yeah, I didn't take it the last couple of days because it was better already without it, but I guess I have to take it all the time currently. And yesterday I had the barbecue, so I was in the nature that is trying to kill me. Yeah, exactly. Yesterday I was basically touching grass, which was the mistake. Nah, it was fun. Don't worry. It was really nice being outside and barbecue and meeting friends and stuff like that. So we have that. Can be fixed size. We don't need that actually. I mean, kinda can grow. So I think we have that more or less represented. Okay, so with that represented in there, let's see. Get rid of that. Don't think we need that here. Let's see, when we add a volume terrain, we don't necessarily need to do anything. Just finished my transparent splash window Win32 with GDI plus. Oh, cool. No, I mean, that's pretty nice. I think I've never really used GDI. At least not that I know of. It's the new, it's not really new, right? New windowing thing, right? Is it that one? I think so. I mean, it's not that new anymore, but somewhat new. Alright, so we have that. It's really hard to focus today, but whatever. We will do a little bit of smaller things here and there. We probably need a system. Do we need a system? Not necessarily, actually. What do we call that, right? It's in here. I'm wondering how I would want to do that, because there is always the thing that when we change something here, we would want to probably trigger something based on the changes of the properties. But the question is, how do we want to do that? Do I need to change something? I mean, probably, right? Because if I change the resolution, I would want to regenerate the terrain. But I guess we will think about that at a later point. For now, we'll just maybe add a button or something like that that does it. So you have to press like generate or something like that and it will update. And it's not automatically. I mean, I think I'm pretty, I mean, not a master, but it's getting there. I mean, I have this nice thing already, right, wrapped around, so I can basically fill my property grid however I want. Which basically is any type of value, key value thing. So all of that is done with the property grid-ish. And you can have like groups here as well, where it groups stuff based on a header, right? So those are chunk settings. And you can have them even, so if I do, for example, begin property group collapsible. Is it just end property group? I think. Yeah, don't worry about that. Is just something I just added. Okay, well that didn't work. Great. Is it? Do I have to end a collapsible group? Or is it because maybe I can't do that? I'm not sure anymore. No, that looks fine. Oh, wait. We need to do if that. Then we do that crap here. Like that, and then no, it's fine, I think. And now we can be, yeah, and now it's even like that, right? So you can do this as well if you want to. But it looks a little bit weird in this view because you have like that line, which kind of makes it a little bit weird. But what do you mean with like misaligned? It looks fine, right? Or you mean that it's a little bit low? Maybe. You mean it's not on the mouse or something like that? Not sure if there is something that I can set to move it closer to the mouse. Oh, but I'm even amazed that I can do multi-line. Oh, yeah. That one should be here, probably. I would want to have it probably next to that one. I mean, we can do that. Let's do that. It's just something I added just now, but it's fine. We can do that. I think I don't want this as a collapsible group. I want this just as a property group. And then let's go here where we do the tooltip. Take this property name and then do that. And then before we do that, we draw our property name. Probably the thing should be pool has tooltip equals start. So basically, if we have a tooltip, and then if we have a tooltip and that, then we do that. That should hopefully move it into the correct spot. Draw property name. Oh, that's interesting. Why do we even do that? I think we can just do string view like that always. Property name, string view, tooltip. I think someone already mentioned that in the past. Maybe it was even you, WhatsApp. I'm not sure. Was asking why I take it by const ref. I think that is really not the smartest thing. So let's actually replace all of them here while we are at it. Oh no, I did it in the whole solution. That was a misclick, but I mean, it should be fine. But that's not what I wanted. God damn it. Well, we fixed it all in one go, I guess. No worries. It's not really a problem, but it actually... I mean, yeah, it's... It's as well not a waste, right? Because it's the same size, but yeah. Because it's both just a pointer. The reference is the same thing. Why is that string view title? Why was that even like that? So that should be a bit better. Oh yeah, that makes sense. So down here we forward the tooltip. Because I think we always want the tooltip on the name and not on the property. I think it makes the most sense. If you want to have a tooltip on the property, you should do it yourself, basically. Oh, well, and then we need to... Yes. We need to implement that one. Which basically calls the raw property name with the property name and an empty string view. Perfect. Almost. So that position is basically at the end after our thing, so it should be ellipsis max maybe? Is it ellipsis max? And then this one will be vertical offset. Probably. Something along those lines. That doesn't look too bad in my mind, but let's see. Well, it is wrong. There it is. Not what I wanted. But this one doesn't add any size, right? It doesn't. Oh, but it does set the cursor position. That's interesting. Do I want that? I mean, maybe. I'm not sure. But maybe that's not... Label X plus splitter pos X minus spacing minus indentation. That doesn't look too bad as a position. Maybe we just do auto cursor pos. Get cursor pos. Set cursor pos. Something like that. So that we reset it. But it's still not there. Well. Let's see, the draw info icon. Is that something different than set cursor pos X? Alright. Ellipsis max is 1481. I think that's wrong. I think we probably want something like that where we do basically split the pos X. I think, yeah, because I don't think we want to have it like that. I think that should be better, because what is that? I think it's an offset, right? The position. Yeah, it's an offset of the current position. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh yeah, that is better. It unfortunately overlaps. How about, hold on, maybe then it's label size X plus item spacing. Is it maybe that? Kinda, but it needs to clip. But that looks not so bad. But it needs to clip. It doesn't clip currently, which is kinda sad. Question is, how do I do that? Maybe push clip rect? And then pop clip rect maybe? And then this one is... Is it in screen size or in... I mean... Maybe we do that and that as the clip rect. A little bit arbitrary, but it might be the thing that we need. So why does that not work? Oh, because we need a third argument. I don't know. I don't know about that parameter. Let's give it false for now. Not really what I would want to have done today, but I mean, who cares? That works. Oh my god. Perfect. I think it's centered in the text as well. Yeah, I don't know if I like it here or should it be on the left, I don't know. It's really debatable, I guess. Yeah, perfect. Claim fixed. Let's actually then... can I... yeah, I am back 2 here. Labor... boss max. And that's it, and they are underscored because it's a little bit copy paste of a imgui function and then adjusted for my needs. So that's why the variable names are a little bit different than usual. Maybe we should go over that eventually and fix it and unify it into the style guide that I have. But yeah, that's nice. It clips maybe a bit too early, but it doesn't really matter. It should never clip anyways, because you would want to have it like that. Wait a second. Let's try the truth. Let's see if that fixes it, otherwise I need to find out why that didn't work. Okay, so that works. Oh yes, perfect. Okay, so it needs to be a true. I guess it's the bool if it needs to if it needs to be combined basically into the current clip rect, I guess. Or if it's completely standalone. Perfect. So that should do it. So with that we have tooltips. Beautiful. So volume terrain component. We probably want to serialize that as well. So serializer dot write. No, equal. No, ends. It has to be ends. Chunk size chunk resolution. We basically have the same here, where we do deserialize, read, and that's the nice part about the new serialization system. That's very straightforward. And with that we should be able now to save it and load it from disk. So let's actually create a new. What do you think about mark const for local variables that are not function parameter, like a const int? Yeah, I don't really see too much. I rarely do it. I do it in some functions when they are like long but mostly to convey like the intention of it, right? Not because I want to make it const per se, but so that if someone else comes in a bigger project, he knows that this shouldn't be changed. That's most of it, or the only reason why I would do it. But yeah, it's not really something I tend to do myself. I don't really see the reason for it as well. I think we load this one currently, light test gene. So let's save it over that one. It's the same that when you take a parameter by value, right? So for example, the tooltip that we just added. Or is here one that takes it? No, those are all. Yeah, here for example, I don't mark this as const as well, right? Technically you could, but it doesn't really add anything because you copy it anyways all the time, so. Yeah, I don't really do that either. And most targets that I saw, like this, all of those could be marked as const, right? But all the targets that I saw as well don't recommend that. There's really no real benefit of doing that. So yeah, I usually don't. Do I need that? I think I can get rid of that. I could mark this as, let's remove it even, I don't know. Yeah, no worries. I wanted to see if I can load the scene. What I currently, in my current project at work, have, which I kinda get used to now. Why did it fail? Whatever. I can show it in a second. Okay, yeah, we load the terrain. Let's actually add something different here. So resolution, let's do 64. Save it. But I mean, it already looks good because it already loaded it. Is something... Yeah, it loads. Perfect. Actually, the dimension, it should probably be... Actually, let's initialize it by -1, -1, -1. And we should probably actually have that as mins. Oh, that's interesting. Because it serialized it already. Huh. We might need some more data in our system. Because I've never set that thing. And it saved it to disk. Huh. Because it initialized it with 0, 0, then we serialized and saved it to disk, even though we never touched it. And then if you change the default argument, it kinda goes away and does that as well. Yeah. Huh. Not so nice, I would say. Not sure how to address that though. Without some fancy stuff around it. But yeah, now it's -1, -1, -1. I guess we could default construct it. I don't know. Questionable, I guess. I guess we could do something like here, write if, and write if not the default value, but then I always need to write the default value in here. Not sure. Sure. Something I can think about while I am bored. So that one is now -1, -1. I wanted to do one more thing while I'm at it with the imgui stuff. So basically I want to have here vector 3 1. I don't have that, or what? Huh. Funny. Basically like that. And then the max, we don't really care. But basically I would want to have here one that... Oh, there will be a lot of overloads, holy. Out vector. And probably we take here vector 3 scalar t const ref min value. And then this one is basically here return although, okay, no, then we kinda have to do that like this. Or do we? Actually, no, let's hold on, we don't need to. We can do this with property name tooltip out vector and then const expr vector 3 scalar t min is std numeric limits scalar t min. That should do it, right? Is that the correct function, or is that for floats the shitty one? Numeric limits min. For float, it's float min, which is... Oh, that looks fine. Probably. Or is it not fine? Hold on. No, it's not fine. It's not fine. That's not how it should be, right? Lowest, maybe. Is what I want. Yeah. Yes. That is, I think, what I wanted. Ah, it could be max minus. Okay, but nah, let's do lowest. That makes the most sense. So let's do lowest. And then we give it here the min value. Again, we do vector 3 input here. Out vector. Min value. Oops. And then here, const vector 3 scalar t min value. And then we basically give it here the min value. Data type, component input size. Oh, let's do first here min value dot x. Min value dot y. Min value dot z. Let's actually do here as well x, y, z, because why not? Because it's beautiful. And then have here void star min value. custom input. Void star min value. That doesn't have a... What? Oh, that has a component here. Funny. But that one doesn't have a min and max. Unfortunate. Sad. Maybe I want a drag scalar. Data type value. That's all nice and dandy, but IMGUI slider flags. What can we do here? Not a lot. Maybe I just clamp it down here if... How can I do that actually? That would be an ugly clamp here. Maybe we don't clamp here actually. Maybe we don't forward it to here. Where is the custom input? Here. So maybe we don't push it here. We actually just do that. And then let's do a simple one for now. STD max between out vector x and min value x. And out vector is that. That works. And we probably should show those values if they're not default or something like that. I don't know. So I can enter 2, but I cannot enter -2, or? Yes. But it would be nice if it shows an error or something like that, right? Like that it highlights it that it did something. We probably added to do here. Show error tooltip or error effect on UI when clamping. Like a red flash or something like that. I don't know, something like that. That's nice. Now we can do that as well. Only for vector 3 currently, but that's fine. The question is, can we push it down? I don't think so. I mean, we could probably. Right, because we could take here still a scalar. We might actually be able to do that. Oh, or why did I not do that? Hold on. No, we should be able to do that, yeah. We can make it more probably a little bit nicer, yeah. Do we do that? Yeah, why not? It's probably here, template, type, name, scalar t. And we should still take a scalar t value here like that. And then we take that, move that in there. That should still work, right? Oh, but oh, okay, I see. No, but that still works, right? Because that will be the style, so that should work. So I'm GUI style. Is that not? Maybe we do it that. And then that is I am GUI get font. Does that really benefit? Nah, fuck it. Let's not do that. For now. Not really worth it. We can do that in the future, but I don't see the benefit now. Doing that change. I will write it on my to-do list of like things I can do off stream. It doesn't really matter. Alright, so the thing is, how do we now So I have that. And then I need to basically on a change. Although we can do it every frame for now. Check if something changed, and if something changed we need to regenerate our terrain or we add a button. Maybe I add a button. Or something like that. But yeah, basically that we will do on the GPU. We don't really store that in hindsight on the CPU for now. We eventually have to once we get the collision back, but for now, let's not. So basically we do something like bool is modified. And then every time we do something here is basically that. Yeah. And then we need a component for that. Or like a system. So let's go here. Volume. Why would I want to add that? Volume terrain system. And then we add that in the CPP as well. Although I'm not sure if I need a header, but let's find out. I don't know. So basically we do here systems, volume terrain system. And then here as well, private CPP. That should be that. Let's go back. God damn it. Windows is, or I'm trolling myself more or less. Let's generate that. Still have it open here, right? Yeah. Be right back. I will get some water and while that generates. Alright. Be right back. Text is gone. Perfect. Alright, let's see. That should be done. That reloads. Yeah, save, why not? God damn it. Stop it. Oh my god. No, hello. My resharper stopped working again or what? God damn it, I hate it when that happens. Visual Studio at its best. I mean, maybe it's not Visual Studio, maybe it's ReSharper, I don't know. And now it doesn't want to open because it's loading. Oh, here. Volume terrain system. Beautiful. Thank you, Pragma once. Name space Onyx volume void register, or actually volume and we take the ECS graph. Is it done? Volume system. Yeah. Like that. Perfect. Now we go here. Include our Onyx volume terrain. Oh, systems, volume terrain system. And then let's do volume system. Basically volume terrain. Or like just terrain. Like that, probably. Is entity. Actually, let's do if terrain entity. Oh. Like that? Do I need to call get? Really? I am confused. Shouldn't that work? Oh, God damn it, volume system or other systems. That should have worked already. Okay, maybe not. Volume entity access. Yeah, that should work. Like that. Yeah, that's the weird part. Why does it want to decompose it into 4 parts? What? But it doesn't have all parts, right? Unless I'm stupid. Because here it works as well. Yeah. It's a bit odd. It should work. Let's try one thing, which is this, and then fascinating. Is it because we have the other here and then it doesn't have the other because it's not specified here? Do I need like a special version of this? Where it's just that? Without any other stuff? That might not work, right? Because there's not a specialized template thing, but what? How do I need some special const expr if it's nr if it's void? I mean, I guess I could do that maybe. That would work, right? Yeah, it would. It returns a tuple-like thing. So that returns a tuple thing, but yeah, the template is not perfect yet. But I'm wondering if it is just something like template type name type and then entity of type and void. Is it maybe just that? Or maybe even, I think we can leave it away here. Maybe that's already better. Nah. Maybe not, I don't know. Or maybe, what if we do just... and my somewhat does it for me, but not really. But I might be able to do it like that, maybe. Because I mean, you always want to give it anyways one type. But it's so weird that what? Okay, that's something in the end, I think. What? Or is it? Maybe it's something I did wrong? No, that is entity access T here. So that should be fine. And that's fine. Not quite sure why I have to provide a void here. But definitely something I should take a look at. But if once I do that, it's fine. I guess maybe, as you said, I could do this and it might be... not, it's broken as well. Fascinating. I will investigate that before submitting anyways, but yeah, something is weird here. That should work, but okay. And then we just set that to false for now. And we log out that we... terrain settings changed. That should already be good enough. So the reason why I do it like that is I wrapped around end quite nicely, so this is like a system that gets now called every frame, and you don't really need to specify anything, right? It's just magically adding, like you basically write 3 functions and it gives you the correct view. So for example here for the lights, I just make a directional light and transform component query, and then I get all the entities that fulfill the requirement of having a directional component and a transform component. And they are read-only as well because they are marked as const. So that's a read-only access here. And you get that call for each. In this case, we get all the entities as a loopable thing, like a container. But you can have, like I did back there, system. Where was it? This one, for example, this one is a single entity and you get this system call n times how many entities you have. So basically this is looped outside in the engine for you and you get like one call per entity. It's more usable if you have like single entities, for example, and stuff like that. Alright, so if I do that, I didn't get a call. Unfortunate. But did I not register that call? Did I not do that? No, I did that, okay. It doesn't matter in this case if it's lower or uppercase. But it's probably because of that void. If I would have to guess for some reason. Let's see if that works. Yeah, it is because of the void. Ah. I mean, we luckily always have a transform currently, so that's that. Yeah, terrain settings changed. Terrain settings changed. Yeah, it's probably... I mean, it's not a template bug, it's something on my end that I did wrong. But yeah. But I don't necessarily want to have... Although in this case, the terrain, maybe it makes sense to have a transform, because you could move it. So maybe that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. Alright. So we basically have this init system here. I don't think we need more than that actually. But we probably want to have it. Actually, I want to handle this a little bit different because it's a bit ugly to do it like that. No, but no, but in the editor, I mean, you can move it. Yeah, I think I will call it a day because my eyes are killing me today. But yeah, I mean, we did a little bit of work and the editor got a little bit better again with like tooltip support for the property grid. That one is definitely something I would want to look at. This could be const here because we don't actually want to change the transform here. But I don't even want to query it like that. So that's another thing. But yeah. Why do we need two components? Yeah, I would want to handle this differently. I have no idea how yet. But basically, I think what I want, but again, I don't know how to do it yet, is no, not here, but that this draw property grid always returns a bool if it changed or not. And then when we call it, here, wherever we call it, yeah, here, if something changed, we get a callback here, like basically component on changed or something like that. Because then we can trigger stuff based on that. Maybe we... Let me think. That might actually work. What if we do... We return here a bool, so basically we get back here changed. And then if it changed... I'm in this pseudocode now, but if it changed, we add maybe outside, right? Where we call that one, because here we don't have the access to the entity. But basically we then say entity add component, and we add a flag component basically. Changed. Or editor data changed, something like that. And we add that for one frame so that all systems can query for that. But that would mean that you would get that maybe for stuff that... Yeah, the only problem I have with that is it would work, but you would get that then for the whole entity, right? Which maybe is not a problem. So if one component changes, you get this for all components of the entity, because you can't really distinguish currently with what kind of entity that is, or like what component changed. But we could add the type ID to that. It could have like a list of components that changed, and then you could filter for that. Maybe something like that. I don't know. Yeah, probably. Like the changed stuff, struct data changed component has like a, I don't know, dynamic array, for example, of U32 component IDs. Changed component IDs, and we push it here. Something like that, and then you could check if my component changed or not. That would at least go very well with the like the ECS approach. Unless there is some other way that I can flag something with like a... I don't know, I would need to look up end. Maybe there is something like that I can add a flag to an entity, like a tag, and then query for that. I don't know. Because then I could add the tags and remove them in the system. That would actually be the nicest one. If I could have like an add flag, and here I give it the component basically. And that adds the change flag or add changed flag. And it's per component, that would be probably the best. But I would need to look up if that works somehow. I don't necessarily maybe need to know which data changed. That should probably be on the component itself if it needs it or not. So if, for example, the volume terrain component, it's important which one of the three changed, maybe it should save it itself somehow. I mean, maybe I can do it. I would need to look at the flags, right? If there is a possibility to add flags easily in end. Because then we could maybe do it... It's only runtime stuff anyways, right? So we could do it based on the address. We could store the address as well of the member, and then you could do it like that. you could see which component changed. But yeah, basically in... Where is it? In here we would add a new... on data changed or something like that system, and then here we would basically volume terrain component, and then with the data changed flagged, something like that. And then we only get that if that has it, otherwise we don't ever enter this system, and then we can have it here, data changed. And then we can do our stuff, update whatever. And then at the end we could say terrain entity remove data changed flag. Something like that would be the ideal thing that I would imagine. Would be kind of nice. Shouldn't be impossible to do. The only question is how generic can we make it? Per entity I can easily do it because I can do it just one component and that marks it, and you get this for all the entities, and then we remove it at the end of the frame instead of at the system level. If we can't do it per component, yeah, if we can't do it per component, then we have to do it like that. But if we can do it per component, then this would be the way to go, which would be very nice. I will do some reading in the evening today on the end wiki page again to see what I can do. But yeah, thank you very much for joining. I will call it a day for today. We are back on probably Wednesday. Let's see. Latest Wednesday. Maybe I do a stream on Tuesday or something like that. Monday, most likely not. Let's see who we can raid, because we have quite a lot of people watching. So let's see. Do we take the usual one and see if there is someone doing Vulkan? Probably not. Oh, there is one. Which language is it? English. Oh, let's try it. It's some OpenGL Vulkan DirectX GPU programming. Thank you, Capushman. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. But unlucky that I'm ending the stream currently already. But thanks for the follow. Yeah, as I said, we will be back on Wednesday. Latest, maybe Tuesday. Let's see. Thank you. Have a nice rest of your weekend. And yeah, have a great start into the week. See you next week. Bye bye.